Okay, what is up? Say hello to the turkeys. So I'm here for. We're starting to get more closer and closer to my top albums of 2022. But before we get to that, I'm going to do tonight my honorable mentions of 2022. So these are going to be my honorable mentions. Yeah. So these aren't projects that I chose that aren't really like bad per se, but they just they for some reason just these projects and not quite cut the top. You know what I'm saying? So to start off, we have SABA with A Few Good Things. Yeah. So when it comes to SABA, he had an incredible project in 2018 with Care for Me, yeah. And that project was so incredible. Like that had to be my favorite from that year. Like that project was incredible front to back. Like just so bold, so not out there, but just bold and in your face, displaying his true like talent. And then he drops A Few Good Things, earlier in the year, and it's a good project. Don't get me wrong; it's still good. It just did not quite meet the threshold that Care for Me did. The project was not so bold, kind of like I said. It felt more. It felt more laid. It felt more laid back. It felt more just melancholy. So yeah. So it did not quite hit the top. And then for the next one, I have King Gizzard, with Ice, Deaths, Planets, Mushrooms, and a Lava. So when it comes to King Gizzard, they constantly drop, nonstop. Like I think they've dropped like 5 albums in 2022. It's so crazy, but they dropped like 5. And while the first two, while some of the projects weren't as great, I chose Ice, Planets, Ice, Deaths, Planets, Mushrooms, and Lava to be in my honorable, because I feel like there was one more they dropped that actually cut the top. But when it comes to this one, it just kind of felt like their same sound. Like they really didn't change anything. They only didn't change anything a whole lot. But it was still a good project, still, nonetheless. But it just felt like they kind of didn't really, go eon. You know what I'm saying? So that is why I chose not to put them in the top. Yeah. And for the next one, I have Rosalia with Motomami. So when it comes to her project, I chose to not put her in the top 2. I mean, the top list, though, too, because while the project was good, the project was very creative. The project was creative. The project, she really tried for something, and some songs did sound good. Like some of the songs did sound good. I just felt like the project felt all over the place. Like some of the songs felt all over the place. Some of the songs that didn't quite hit the mark that she was trying to go for, but some of the songs did. So, but I still appreciate her for trying. So that's why he's on my honorable mentions. And on the next one, we have Steve Lacy with Gemini Right. So all know about Steve Lacy, his project. He has that single "Bad Habit." While I do feel like the project was good, I don't really get why is being treated as it being so great. Like, while yes, the project was good and Steve Lacy did sound good, I just personally feel like the project just, I wouldn't say it fell flat. Just some of the songs just didn't feel very like. Just some of the songs just kind of started to get repetitive. Some of the songs really didn't really place too well. But it still did sound good though. But it just was like, yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, so for the next album, we have Joey Badass with 2000, a project I was so excited for. Because we have not heard from him. We have not heard from Joey in a long time. So Joey Badass was something I was really excited for, and I found out he was dropping the sequel to his 1999. I was very excited. He just while I did enjoy this project, I just feel like it did just really the project was good at first. Actually, to be honest with you, this project was going to go in my top list of 2022, but I just found myself not really going back to it. Like the project just kind of just stayed there. Like for some reason, it kind of felt like Joey just dropped it and left. So I kind of feel like I have not really found myself going back to it. Just, yeah. And on the next one, I have Vince Staples with Ramona Part Broke My Heart. So when it comes to Vince Staples, he actually dropped his self-titled. That was actually very, very, very good. But when it comes to Ramona Part Broke My Heart, I feel like while the project was still good, I feel like it just kind of fell flat. Like it really didn't Vince really didn't take what he's his talent that he really does. And I truly feel Vince Staples is very talented. I just feel like he didn't take that talent and go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of feel like the project just kind of fell flat. I have not found myself going back to it. I feel like he has a lot. I feel like he didn't go his full potential when it comes to that album. And on the next to last, we have Drake with Honestly. Yeah. We have Drake with, yeah. And when it comes to that album, I feel like a lot of people really did not enjoy that album because Drake was trying to do house. He was trying to do, he was going a new direction. And I feel like a lot of people really didn't like he went from rap, from R&B to house. But my thing is though, Drake has been doing the same kind of style for a long time. I feel like now I feel like he should try to do more stuff. So I appreciate Drake for trying it. You know what I'm saying? And while I feel like he's still really, while I feel like the album wasn't the best still, like when it comes to Drake being on house, I didn't feel like the house, like he didn't sound bad on the album. I just feel like some of the songs, I just don't think the way his voice does not really, in tone, does not quite fit when it comes to house. I just feel like some of the songs were actually really good. Don't get me wrong. But then some of the songs were just kind of cheesy, kind of corny. Like, yeah. Like, some of the songs were just talking about, your pussy is calling my name. Like, nah. But no, the project was fine. Just not great. And on the last one, we have Jack White with Fear of the Dawn. Jack White, I feel like while I appreciate him being very talented, I have not really been a big Jack White fan for a long time now. But I do feel like this project was good. I just feel like the way his tone is on some of the songs, some of the way his vocals is, just some of the way, I just feel like he just kind of, he is a prime example of what happens when you kind of do the same style for a long time. Like, he is very talented, don't get me wrong. It's just, this was a good album still. While I do find myself going back to some of the songs, I just feel like he just won't change up his style for some reason, Jack White. So I kind of feel like I had to put it here for that. And so yeah, guys, so yeah, that's really it. Those are my honorable mentions of 2022. These were good albums, but just did not make the cut for the top. I feel like there are better ones, and that will be coming soon. So stay tuned to that. And yeah, so comment y'all's thoughts down below. Yeah, just some of these were good. Like, there were actually some of these that came very close to being on my top. But just did not quite make the cut. So, yeah, that's really all I have to say. I appreciate you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. And say goodbye to the turkeys, and I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.